Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Red, the crypto news channel. What happened in the last few hours is just incredible. Less than 10 hours ago, Bitcoin once again reached a new all-time high. I have a lot to share with you today. We're going to talk about BTC ETH, XRP, Pump.fun and a lot of news. Let's start with the prices. Bitcoin is now at $120,000, up 1%. XRP also up almost $3. Ethereum is $3,000 in short. We've had a great day, a great weekend. Bitcoin even hit $103,000 according to some sources. It's slightly less but on CoinGecko, but you got the point. Bitcoin new all-time high. What more can I say? Personally, I don't think this is the end. I don't believe we are at the top of the bull run. I truly think there's a lot of room for growth and that the price can go much higher. Investors are continuing to buy Bitcoin in large quantities. MicroStrategy just announced the acquisition of 4,200 Bitcoins. They now hold more than 600,000 Bitcoins. That's almost 42 billion worth of Bitcoins. They bought almost $500 million of Bitcoin between July 7th and July 3rd. This is very recent. They keep buying, and so do most companies that are accumulating Bitcoin. MetaPlanet is also continuing to buy. We haven't even seen the narrative around nation states yet. The US is preparing a bill to regulate how they will buy Bitcoin. That's coming too. I'm not sure when, but it's coming in the next few months. Other countries also are going to join in. So for me, $120,000 or even $123,000 is not that high. This is not the peak. Many analysts agree. Bernstein, for example, thinks BTC could reach $200,000 by early 2026. It's going to take some time. That won't be a bull market where we instantly do a 2x or a 3x. It will take a bit longer. But day by day, Bitcoin is setting new all-time highs. Ethereum still has a long way to go. It's currently about 40% below its previous all-time high of almost $5,000. There's still a lot of potential here. XRP is very close to its all-time high, only 30% away. BNB2 only 12.5% below its peak. I still believe it has plenty of room to grow, as I said, for Bitcoin, but it especially. What's happened in the last few months, last few weeks is amazing. The Ethereum Foundation is refocusing on the essentials, expanding the network and improving the performance of the Ethereum mainnet. And now that there's more. Bitmain Bitmining just acquired a massive amount of ETH. They now hold 163,000 ETH. They raised $250 million to do this, and now they have accumulated $500 million worth of ETH. There's only Sharply Gaming and the Ethereum Foundation that holds more. In short, there's heavy accumulation of ETH, and it's likely to continue. Some people are predicting staggering price levels of ETH, which I personally don't believe. For example, Eric Jackson from EMG Capital is predicting that it could exceed $1.5 million. That would be more than 300 times the current price, implying a market cap of almost $200 trillion. So honestly, there seems extremely far-fetched, even in the long term. I believe in it, but I don't believe that much in it. Personally, over the very long term, when I say very long term, I mean 10 to 15 years, I believe it can reach $100,000 or something like that. But even that would be really optimistic. Reaching 1.5 million seems quite crazy to me. However, if we take a look at the global wet, there's a chart that I came across, a kind of visual representation. I haven't verified all the sources, but it helped visualize the size of the crypto market compared to gold, compared to real estate and stock market. It's still very small. Again, I haven't verified all this, but it's realistic. I have checked before the wealth in the world. It's $200 to $300 trillion. So there's still a lot of room for crypto to grow globally. I mean, in the sense of being considered part of global wealth, like 10 to 20% of global wealth, there's clearly a 10x growth possible in the next few years. Then there's a few slightly negative signs, but they're negligible. For example, Bhutan, the country which holds $1.5 billion, is beginning to sell some of its Bitcoin. It transferred a few millions to Bitcoin, $74 million to Binance to sell probably. But again, that's not really problematic. So just a quick remark, I believe many people are overestimating their ability to make big multipliers with altcoins and small cryptos, aiming for 10x or 20x in the short term. By the end of the cycle, for instance, in 6 months, I talk to many people who have that vision and saying things like, yeah, if I choose the right crypto, it will work. But I think 90% of the people are overestimating the ability to pick the right coins. It's extremely difficult. And the majority of these people, most of them are underestimating the potential for large return with major cryptos like BTC and ETH. ETH can do 10x in 5, 8 or 10 years. That's entirely reasonable in my view. It's something that can realistically happen, but people aren't willing to wait even for 10x. Even people with large capital who could plan for the long term still say things like, no, I can't wait. I have $100,000. I'd need $500,000 in 6 months. So yeah, that's not going to work. You have to wait. You have to invest and wait, be able to wait. I have a long-term vision, and I really believe this will happen. It will take time, but it will happen. Even hedge funds, which select the best stocks, often underperform the S&P 500. And I think we're seeing something similar in crypto. It's going to become increasingly difficult to outperform the crypto market. And the crypto market is mainly BTC and ETH. So take precaution, don't say underexposed to the major crypto. I'm convinced of this. It's something I've said and I keep saying again and again. And once you've chosen your cryptocurrency wisely and you know you're going to hold for the long term, it's time to think about how to make your crypto grow, how to generate yield, how to create passive income with it. There are a lot of options, but you need really to study this carefully. Next, let's talk a bit about the clash between Coinbase and Binance. Recently, I've mentioned the Bloomberg article listing a number of conflicts of interest between Donald Trump and Binance and CZ, the founder of Binance. It claimed that CZ and Binance helped Donald Trump, and CZ asked for a presidential pardon to lift some sanctions against him. But now CZ just retweeted the post saying that this article was actually orchestrated by Coinbase. Coinbase was the one who gave this information to Bloomberg and then even helped produce some of the negative coverage targeting Binance. The fact that CZ retweeted this suggests at least partially he agrees with it. And frankly, it's not surprising. Dirty tricks between exchanges have existed for a long time. Let's not forget the incident that led to the fall of FTX. It was Binance. It was CZ who said we're going to sell out our FTT tokens. We no longer trust this. And that triggered the collapse of FTT and then FTX and ultimately the end of the FTX exchange. So it's not far-fetched at all. Next, let's talk about XRP. The token is doing well, the community is strong and is still very active, but one thing that's not doing well is their new sidechain, the blockchain with smart contract, the XRPL EVM. A few weeks after launch, adoption is not there at all. Why? I think that it's because Ripple hasn't yet allocated enough resources to do incentive liquidity. They have the capacity to deploy massive financial incentives to attract users, to build and seek yield on the chain, but they haven't done it yet. They could, but I don't understand why. They have billions. They could do this. Currently, there are a few users on the XRPL ledger. Just look at the official numbers. On June 30, there were 640, then 230 new users, and then every day only 12, 19, 20 new users per day. And the number of active accounts is low also. 100 people making transaction on the chain is really low. That's not much at all. And Ripple really have to do this. They have to bring people to this chain. People who do yield farming will come when the incentives are really important, but now there are almost no incentives. So next, let's talk about Pump.fun, the meme coin launchpad. I told you about the ICO. Well, it happened. $600 million were raised in 12 minutes. A huge success. That means the company behind Pump has now raised a total of $2 billion. It's really, it's huge. And now in just a few minutes, we'll be able to trade. It's trading about $0.05. So that's roughly 40% increase of the above the price of the ICO, but it's going to trade in a few minutes on the spot market. For now, it's just the futures market on Binance. So I don't like investing in Pump.fun because I don't believe long-term in the project. I don't like also the meme coin narratives. So I'm staying away from this and staying focused on the DeFi tokens, for instance. Binance is also launching a product similar on Binance Wallet. They're partnering with 4.memes and creating a launchpad to allow people to launch Bitcoin easily from the Binance Wallet. It's good that Binance is doing this. They're trying to have more users. They're trying to offer new features to their users, and it's good to see Binance trying to bring more people on chain, on applications on chain. I don't like this product particularly, but it's okay. It's a way for people to learn how to use platforms, application built on blockchains. So that's what I wanted to share with you today regarding the latest news. I hope you enjoyed this update. If so, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to keep seeing daily news about cryptocurrency, well, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.